rural school and based in Norfolk. Geographically, we are quite isolated. There's very little provision in the area as far as alternative provision. We're very clear on our expectations. We expect high standards from students. We have clear expectations as far as how they learn, how they behave, how they dress, and how they attend. We use EDClass for a few different approaches. One is to reintegrate students back into school who've struggled to attend because of various reasons, whether that's emotional, physical, or anxiety related. We use it to support students who are at risk of permanent exclusion, and we may look at reviewing their timetable or their provision. We can also look at it to support students who are joining us with English as additional language, for instance. We've had a number of students come from Afghanistan and the Ukraine as refugees with no English as a first language, and EDClass gives an opportunity there to pick up some English and support their integration into our community. I think EDClass has had a significant impact on attendance. Students that we've put on there have been students who are school refusers, and they've got many barriers for coming into the actual building. The benefit of EDClass is that we can register them, we can monitor them, we can see that they're taking part in sessions, and they can do that from the comfort of their own home. Obviously this is not a permanent thing, and EDClass are very clear with us that they're not a solution for permanently educating students, but that confidence in building those relationships and getting students confident in learning gives an opportunity to then slowly reintroduce students back into school whilst maintaining that comfort of EDClass and a routine and approach that they're familiar with. I think a benefit of EDClass having qualified teachers on their platform is that one of the key elements of being a teacher is that you understand how to work with students, you understand how to build relationships, and you understand boundaries and routines within that. So the pedagogy that's used ensures that students are learning, they are engaging, and they're able to make progress. It's not a case of just delivering content over time. You know, any website could do that. What we're dealing with is individuals who can edit it and tailor it to the needs of the student they're working with to support them to progress. And if they are struggling, they can offer to support to make sure that they can actually access it and progress that way. I think the benefit of matching the curriculum is that when they do return, they return on par with their peers. What we don't want to do is provide a provision where students come back and they've got significant learning gaps, and then we're having to put further intervention in school to close those gaps. The benefit is that we can dictate what we want to be covered and topics we want to do, so that we know that students are learning in parallel. We can look at almost a blended model that actually they have learning in school and learning on EDClass that gives them that continuity and means that they're progressing alongside their peers and not disadvantaged in any way by the provision. We joined Inspiration Trust in 2020, and there have been significant advantages of joining that. First of all, we're part of a trust that has a significant number of secondary schools, and with that comes a wealth of expertise. One thing that was recommended to us from Inspiration Trust was the use of EDClass. I would recommend EDClass to any school. There's a number of reasons for that. One is the quality of provision. Secondly, I would say the safeguarding element related to that. So students are monitored, they are supported, and you know that they're taking part in things. I personally have received referrals from EDClass raising concerns, so I know that that's done. But I think it's a way of supporting our students to progress and access the school curriculum. And I think that a real benefit is that they'll do that actively with them to get them back into school, and that's why I would recommend them.